People are romantically obsessed with you. And some of these individuals know that they will never ever have a future with you, but it doesn't stop them from trying. You have ended a lot of connections. I'm picking up heavy, strong energy of ex partners who cannot let you go energetically. You know, these individuals, whoever these ex partners are, they feel a sense of ownership for your energy because you have been in a connection with them before. For some of you, you've been intimate with these individuals and they feel entitled to your energy. For others of you, they have not been intimate with you, but it is something that they want to experience with you. And the fact that for some of you, you pay these people no mind, because for some of you, these individuals are crushes and they could be used to gaining a lot of attention from people from the same gender or opposite gender, and the fact that you do not pay them no mind, it makes them feel an urgent need to get your attention. Their brain goes into overdrive. What don't they like about me? Maybe I should wear this top, or maybe I should wear this skirt to get attention. Maybe I should talk to them more. Maybe I should, try and be the embodiment of the perfect person so that they find me incredible. Maybe I should be overly friendly, overly bubbly. Maybe I should laugh at their jokes like they're literally driving themselves bonkers. But you are either oblivious to this all. Some of you are thinking, oh, so that means that time when they did this, they actually were trying to hit on me. Oh, yeah, darling, I'm really sorry to break it to you. Because literally, some of you don't look at these people in that way at all. You could be friendly, you could just be polite. And because you're not looking at these individuals in a romantic way, it creates an obsession. Because like I said, for some of you, these people are used to people liking them, finding them attractive. And these people are attractive. They're not, their beauty, their looks, their handsomeness does not go amiss. So they're kind of used to getting anything and anyone that they want, but they can't have you. And it's making them fixate on you even more. There's a lot of intensity, a lot of smexual feelings that they feel for you. And I feel like it's the fact that you don't like them in that way. So if they're trying to flirt with you, it goes over your head. Because I feel like they may try and throw a lot of smexual energy at you, and it it backfires because you don't look at them in that way at all, and they try and trap you with attention, with, maybe deep eye contact or whatever means they feel that will bind you, that will attach you to them. And it's like, I'm just seeing someone step over a little molehill. It's like you just step over them. They can't lock you in the way that they want to. Yeah, look, we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. They want to break down your boundaries because they are highly addicted to your energy. They find you to be very consuming. They think about you a lot. They obsess about you. They want to track you. They want to find out what your type is, why you're not paying them attention. They want to merge with you. They want to actually devour you intimately. And they are getting very, very hot and bothered. There's a matter of urgency in some cases because they see the attention that you've got. For some of you, they know that you're single. For others of you, they feel, or they may even know that you're in a relationship. Or for some of you, they feel like, oh, you're single right now. It's my chance. Let me throw money at them. Let me take them out. Let me show off about my clothes or, the perfume, the aftershave that I wear so they know I got money. You don't care. And they are willing to wait for however long it takes for you to look at them in that way. And the thing is, some of you don't even want to get into a relationship. For others of you, you're not looking at them in that way at all. And they know that on a soul level, on a conscious level, and it's bringing up a lot of fear. It's like, what do I need to do to get to them? And I feel like these individuals, whoever they were, they tried to use some type of manipulation to basically get you to view them in the way that they view you. So they'll do things in a roundabout way. I feel like they will try and pull on your heartstrings. You know, they will try and connect to you emotionally. I'm not saying these people don't have emotions, but they will try and appeal to your sensitive side so that you can nurture them, so that you can feel sorry for them. So you may find that these individuals may tell you sob stories, or you may find that these individuals will act very vulnerable and like damsels in distress for my males, or like they need to be saved, or they may try and come in a very maternal and nurturing mode. And I feel like these types of individuals, for some of you, they will try and hone in on your anxieties. They may try and come in as a savior. They may try and act like they understand you. They may try and mirror you. You're seeing someone nodding their head. I understand you. I hear you. I feel you. They want to feel you, all right. But on the real though, I feel like whoever this individual is, they do feel emotions for you, but there's heavy manipulation for some of you. You know, picking up strong feminine energy, but if it's a man, he could be in his toxic feminine energy as well. But the thing is, you have awoken to these types of schemes. Maybe in the past, you know, you were victim of people trying to manipulate you, because people see it as high value. You're very classy, you know, you're very elegant, you are very independent, self assured, you know, and you can't be manipulated by money because you've got your own. And many individuals who do find you attractive are literally scratching their head like, what do I need to do to get their attention? Okay, let me talk about my car. I got my own car. Let me talk about the money. I got my own money. Let me talk about my job. I run my own business. Or I am a CEO, or I'm the boss, or I make however much money. I can take care of myself. I can take care of my kids. I can take care of my whole street if I wanted to, you know. It's that type of vibe, right? I'm only joking, but some of you could, right? Literally. I'm picking up some of you may live in gated areas, but you don't even tell people about this side of your life. But there's an energy of independence, and it makes this person want you more. Like, what are they looking for? And it creates this obsession, you know, because they start thinking, what is their type? So they start trying to analyze who's your type. If they see you talking to someone, okay, is that their type? Or then they might mimic the person that you're talking to. It's like they just don't know what you want. I feel like for some of you, you just don't want this person. Maybe you're not looking, right? Yeah, I don't feel like you're looking. I feel like for some of you, you don't want to be distracted. Your mind is not even on a relationship, is what I'm picking up. For some of you, yeah, I did pick up heavy, strong ex-partner energy. And I feel like if it is an ex-partner, they want to come back in. They feel like you both have unfinished business. Even if they ended the connection, we start off with the Ten of Swords. This connection ended very painfully, you know, but they are still holding on to that pain. They can't get over the fact that maybe they ended the connection, maybe it was their fault, or there's a guilt of, oh my days, I really hurt them, or something may have ended in their life and they're thinking, they're missing your love. They're missing your love. I'm hearing Adele, make you feel my love. They miss your energy. They miss the way that you love. You know, maybe they were in a long-term relationship and that ended. And they're thinking, oh, I remember when I was with yourself, my butterflies. There's something about them being stuck on the past. But you've evolved since then. You've possibly dated other people. You don't think about them, but they're still thinking about you for some of you. For others of you, it's, you know, people that are in your environment. You know, they could be a friend of the family. Maybe they could be connected to your siblings, or for some of you, I feel like people have secret hidden crushes that they haven't told anyone because they will feel like, oh, I shouldn't fancy him, I shouldn't fancy her. So they keep these emotions to themselves, right? It's very hidden, it's very taboo, right? But strong X energy here. And I feel for some of you, the reason why you're not interested is because maybe you do actually have your eye on someone else. Maybe you know, feel like you've met your match. Someone who makes you feel alive, you know. I'm not saying you have to date people to make you feel alive, but there's someone that you feel very passionate about. And this could also be in regards to, you know, you could be focused on your career. For some of you, you're focused on your career, you're focused on achieving success or a certain level, getting to a certain level. Or there could be someone that, you know, has ignited your life, someone that you feel very passionate about. For some of you, you just want to be single. You just want to be friends, you know, or you could be connected to someone that excites you, but at the same time, you have your own sense of independence and you like it that way. So you're not even bothered about who likes you and who wants to come back in. But how do these people feel about you? I'm intrigued to know. We've got fan the flames. If it is an ex-partner, they keep going over how things used to be back in the day, how in tune you were with them, how you knew how to ignite and fan their flames, if you know what I mean. They want a renewal of romance with you because you're very sensitive. You're a very sensitive soul and you made them feel loved. You know, you're very caring, very compassionate. Yeah, we've got renew, romance, and care. So they are stuck in the past. They're stuck on how you made them feel when you were intimate, how nurturing you were, how caring you were, how you made them feel satisfied. Like they just keep, I feel like you're very romantic. This person has never experienced this level of romance before, right? And for some of you, if it's someone that fancies you, this person just knows that you are sweet in that department. You know, whether you are a man or a woman listening to this, like they just see you as this divine ultimate prize. Like they just feel like they will be on cloud nine. They'll be, you know, I'm getting a sense that they will feel like their wishes are being fulfilled. You are the ultimate fantasy to this person. And there's an urgency to experience you. Yeah, we've got communication. So it's someone that you talk to regularly. Some of you could be still in contact with your exes. Now, you know what I think, you know, an ex is an ex for a reason, but everyone's different, right? But this person loved your communication style. We have speaking openly or truly listening to each other. So this is someone that you have dialogue with. This is someone that you are close to. This is someone that enjoys speaking to you. This is someone that keeps trying to make conversation with you. This is someone that, you know, hangs on to your every word. And even after you finish talking to them, texting them, whatever the case is, they stare at your text messages. It could be as simple as, oh, how was your day? And they look at it, oh my God, they text me. Okay. They start analyzing the text. Okay, let me see how he placed the R or how she placed the A. Is it close to the R? Okay, how do they say my name? Do they say a nickname? You know, this person is very attracted to your mind. They like the way you make them feel. Your conversational style is very intriguing. They could be attracted to intelligence, and for some of you, they just may like the way you talk or you're a great conversationalist and they feel close when they talk to you. They find you highly interesting. We have dialogue, understanding, and clarity. Like, yeah, you are on their wavelength. They feel like you are on their wavelength. They love talking to you. So this is someone that keeps trying to talk to you. They feel a sense of closeness whenever they talk to you. And then we've got adventure, trying new things. So this person feels like you are a whole experience. You could be not like their usual type, and that's what makes them want you more. And making new friends together. So this person may try and come in as a friend. They may guise as a friend. So this is someone that you know. This is a friend also that has romantic feelings for you. Boy, do they want to jump up on it, right? Because I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the horse and I'm looking at the carriage. Guys, okay? So they do envision that, or they envision you sweeping them away. You feel like an ultimate dream. They feel like to be connected to you. Look, the card, the camera is on the card, the Nine of Cups. This is about wish fulfillment. They feel like to be intimate with you will be a wish fulfillment. It's like I'm also picking up someone stunting, like, ha, see, I got him, ha, I got her. You're like the ultimate prize. You're like the dream. So there's a amount of urgency from whoever this is. It's like they want to show other people, like, I am desirable because look, I bagged him, I bagged her. It's that type of. So is that really a good thing for some of you? That's probably why you don't even penny these people. For others of you, you're not even interested. You may not even like these people. They may not even be your type, right? We've got patience, waiting for the right timing or allowing things to unfold. So this person's got time. They're willing to wait. This person may have liked you for a long time and they're waiting for the perfect moment. You know, this person will try and compete with others undercover. This person will wait until you give them the green light. This person will not care if you're in a relationship. This person wants validation from you because they see you as the goal, the prize. And they feel like, wow, we could be a power couple together. But I feel like this person feels like even if you don't look at them that way, one day you will, one day. What did, what's his name again? I can't remember what his name is. He used to be in that boy band, Boyzone. I can't remember. For my British viewers, you know who, Ronan Keaton. He's got a song called If Tomorrow Never Comes, something like this. This person don't care. They're willing to wait for a very long time. What's that other song that Boyzone used to sing? I think it's a cover. Don't love me for fun, girl. Let me be the one, girl. Love me for a reason. Let the reason be love. I don't know. I remember that song came out when I was about 7. I used to love that song. Girl, when you hold me, how you control me. There's something about when you talk to this person. Maybe you hug this person before and they're like, oh my God, they hugged me. You're just being polite. Girl, when you hold me, how you control me. This person feels like you got so much control over them, over their emotions. They just, I feel like there's something about your conversation. The more you engage with this person, the more they have, wow, this person's really into you. SWV, I'm so into you. I used to love that song when I was 10. All right, they got a lot of passion for you. Intense feelings or physical attraction. This person is very physically attracted to you. And there's a chemical attraction. Like you do something to them, whenever you talk to them, whenever they see you, they find you physically attractive. And they also find you mentally stimulating. And they're just thinking about, boy, yeah. Desire, fire, connection. They want to connect with you. And I just keep picking up, you know, third house energy. They want to talk to you. They may try and text you. They may try and call you. They may try and reach out. If they haven't got your number, if you see them in the area, if you see them, you know, at work, if you see them online, they will try and reach out to you. They'll try and make an acquaintance with you. This could be someone that fancies you online, but specifically a friend, specifically an ex-partner. This is how this person feels for you. They're obsessed with you. I'm hearing Cisco, I'm addicted to loving you. Listen, we have patience. This person, I'm hearing, they couldn't break this feeling even if they tried, you know. Yeah, they want to kiss you. I'm looking at my Vaseline lip therapy. Lip therapy, when you talk, they keep looking at your mouth. They want to kiss you. You're very smegsy to this person. And no doubt, I know you are, but this person is romantically obsessed with you. They want to devour, yeah. They want to experience you for their own reasons and also to, you know, for some type of validation and to prove to themselves that I can get a good looking man or a good looking woman. I am desired. Look, I managed to get this person. It's that type of thing, but they are very, very attracted to you. You may catch them staring at you and it may make you feel a bit uncomfortable, you know, because like I said, some of you are not even focused on a relationship. Some of you have got a person already and you're just locked in on that person. Some of you are just trying to achieve something in your career, but boy, this person's got patience. And yeah, this person or you could be able to signs Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Pisces again. This person is hiding their feelings for you, yeah? Leo and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. create boundaries if you don't like this person in that way.